Now, Jimmy says you can book it for the Heat in the playoffs, but as we talked about, their play not quite getting them there yet. They have lost 3 out of 4, currently sit outside not just the East playoffs, but really in danger of not even making a play-in game. They're in 11th place right now. Richard, what do you think is going wrong for them?
I think there's a little bit of a hangover. I think some of their young players need to step up their game. Obviously, not having Jimmy for that extended period of time, lack of practice time, the short layoff. Sometimes all of these things go into a pot, because when a team is struggling, especially one like this, it's never one thing, and sometimes it's not two things. But do I believe that the Miami Heat will make the postseason? Yes, I do. Where they fall in that rank, I'm not sure, but they're a 5-game winning streak, winning 7 of 9, and then they'll be back in that playoff mix.
Well, I'm going to say this. You guys were in the bubble. I didn't have the pleasure to be in the bubble. I think that has a lot to do with it. A lot was said about guys who played well in the bubble and felt like, hey, it was secure and enclosed and didn't have to worry about the outside world. It's a little different now, and I think you're starting to see a little bit of that as well. But I look at the second part of the season for a lot of these veteran teams like a Miami Heat. They're getting their guys back. They have a chance to get healthy, and they can make a run. They're not too far. They're 2.5 games out of 8th place, if I'm not mistaken. So they have a chance, and I believe in Jimmy Butler, and he's already said book it, so I'm booking it right with him.
Well, they have a chance, especially in an Eastern Conference where there are still only 4 teams in the East that are even above 500. Every time I look at the standings in the morning, I do a double take. Dave, I want to look at it from a Lakers perspective. Even without Anthony Davis, how do you think LeBron and the Lakers can best leverage the Heat's current weaknesses when they meet up tomorrow night?
Well, Rachel, you go back to the finals. After the Lakers lost that epic Game 5, there was an intense film session where Rajon Rondo grabbed everybody's attention. Of course, he's on the Hawks now, but a lot of those guys were in that film session. He said, we got to get the ball out of Jimmy Butler's hands and let the rest of the team beat us. And they can still try to replicate that game plan. And this is the type of game where the Lakers just want to feel good about themselves again. For the last week and a half, they've been scuffling along. They had overtime games against lesser opponents. They had the Anthony Davis injury. They've lost 2 out of the last 3 games. Dennis Schroeder's status is up in the air, but they're playing at home. Guys like Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma will look across at their opponent and say, man, the last time I saw these guys, it was the greatest day of my life when I won an NBA championship. Let's try to get some of that feeling back and feel good about a Saturday night game. Primetime ABC, go back home to my own bet a winner. I think it could be a get-right type of night for the Lakers.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.